So don't be evil is a bit of a motto for Silicon Valley. Google started that one. Rob, you've been waxing lyrical today, sort of saying the opposite, that these guys are maybe no worse, but certainly no better than other big business in America.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was to connect a lot of the dots. So you have all sorts of, a huge rap sheet against Silicon Valley. By that I mean sort of the swath of technology, internet companies from San Francisco down to San Jose. You've got manufacturing processes, certainly at Apple, very much in the spotlight. You've got issues of copyright, you know, with these two bills through Congress, and in general, a sort of lack of, or I should say, a great indifference about copyright. You've got all sorts of problems with privacy. Every day, there's a sort of a new revelation that these companies
what
have gone
happened
too
here?
far.
I mean, people sort of used to believe the Google line. They're still saying it. They're all saying, you know, all these Facebook, these other companies going
Zynga,
public.
all of them.
They all say we want to change the world. Sort of first and make money second.
Right,
It's
and I think the point is,
working,
I mean, it's unfortunate that but they're all 20. You know, when you're 25, 27, 28 years old, I guess you go out, you have a very idealistic notion of what you're going to do and how your company's going to behave.
Well, and to be fair, Steve Jobs, I mean, I think he learned a lot more about business over time, but his thing was, let's make the right product and the business will follow.
Right.
And
but he had similarly idealistic notions in his early. He didn't write when they went public. I mean, a lot of these are these sort of these letters to shareholders that are coming out with the IPO. So you saw the one with Facebook, Zynga last year, and they're all sort of part of that Magna Carta that is the Magna Carta, the great Google, don't be evil exhortation, as you point out. But, you know, again, I mean, they are no better, no less evil than most corporations or even Wall Street, is the point I'm making through here. And you look at these practices, they are, at the end of the day, you know, these are corporations. They are organized income streams for the benefit of investors. I mean, it's not anything more complicated than that.
And it's kind of the new frontier in business, and you're sort of saying it's kind of like the old frontiers. These,
well, that's
these
so the
like
point.
Like the robber barons.
Yeah. So this is running in Newsweek this week, and they did a really great illustration which shows Mark Zuckerberg, Sergey Brin, and Mark Pincus at Zynga, sort of dressed as robber barons with black hats, top hats, and canes. But I think that is part of it. I mean, one of the other charges we make is crony capitalism. I mean, you know, in all these cases, you have, you know, multiple share classes with huge amounts of power.
And we've always argued those will come back. You know, they may be fine for a while. They'll come back to haunt investors in the end.
Because at some point their interests won't be aligned with all shareholders. The founders will still want to exert control. Now, the argument they make now is, okay, but hey, look, we're in charge here.
Right now, you need Mark Zuckerberg or whatever.
But at the end of the day, these are, you know, a company like Google, which has about 35,000 people. There are people every day who make shortcuts because that's how corporations, how human beings operate.
It's a big business.
It's a big business. And those shortcuts, some of them can be, you've written the code differently so that you somehow bypass a privacy setting. It could be, and it's very simple, but you know, and we are dealing with a whole culture of engineering that's quite different and has different sense of their social implications of their work. And to the point we're making here, or in this article, is, you know, essentially that you've got to keep an eye on this. This sort of self-regulation by the companies isn't working.
Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll keep an eye on the robber barons of Silicon Valley, and we'll have more from Breakingviews tomorrow.